There's been a lot of good bucks over the years at Buck Commander, but very few have achieved legendary status.
I've been fortunate to kill a lot of good deer. This may be the best ever.
Ribcage would happen to be one of those deer.
He's famous.
We've been chasing that deer for 4 years now.
I mean, pretty much anybody that's hunted out here in Nebraska with us has had an encounter with him, but he has just become the master at giving us the slip.
Obviously, score doesn't matter at this point. It's the principle of killing an unkillable deer. That's the pride and joy of what we do.
I'm beyond blessed.
So in Buck Commander's history, there's less than a handful of deer that have reached legendary status.
You've got Heart 8, Medusa, Big Boy, 9 of Diamonds. The list gets pretty short after that.
I think what makes a deer legendary is when he gets really to his mature and even post-prime years and is able to elude hunters and elude being killed. I mean, that's, no matter what size your rack is, to me, that makes a deer legendary.
I am not believing what just happened, and I will never forget it. 9 of Diamonds. As much as we've seen him on camera, hundreds of pictures, we've not seen him once on the hoof. So a tad bit frustrating, but like bow hunting can be, 10 seconds can change the world. So we're holding out for that 10 seconds. That's really hard to swallow there.
It's not necessarily about the size. In fact, most of the legendary deer haven't been giants. It's always more about the chase.
It's Medusa. The deer is an old legend around here. Been trying to kill him for 3 years. And what a treat to grow a deer like that. Although he's drove me crazy, just the chess match of trying to find him and catch up with him. He's been all over this ranch.
Just their elusiveness and their ability to stay alive year after year is what makes them so cool.
No. Oh my gosh. We finally did it. We finally got this bruiser. I got a long history with this deer. I don't know if he knows it or not. I'm thinking he probably does, as many times as I've seen him in 3 years.
Obviously, score doesn't matter at this point. It's the principle of killing an unkillable deer. That's the pride and joy of what we do.
The 9 of Diamonds. If you guys have never seen what an old warrior, I must say 8-year-old buck looks like, you're looking at one right here. I can't believe it. Man, if you only knew the cat and mouse game we've been playing with you.
The latest buck to achieve legend status is a deer in Nebraska that we all call Ribcage. Some bucks become legends because of the size of their antlers. And while Ribcage is certainly no slouch, he's kind of reached legendary status just because he's kind of a ghost. I mean, we get trail cam pictures of him, but we come in for this group hunt, we've got usually 5 or 6 guys hunting. And it seems like he gets seen like once a year.
So our caretaker, Wade, you know, shows us these pictures of Ribcage before we even named him, and just heavy, massive, super 8-point. And nobody cared what he scored. I mean, this deer's in his prime.
He's one of those that when he steps out, you don't pick up the binoculars. You go straight for the gun. Because he's a no doubter. He's just got that bullish look.
We've been chasing this deer for the last 4 years, but he's been on our radar a lot longer than that.
Wade has got pictures of Ribcage from 2012. So I'm not real good at math, but if he was, say, 2 when Wade first got pictures of him, I mean, that's a 10 or 11-year-old deer up in northern Nebraska. Just doesn't happen.
I mean, pretty much anybody that's hunted out here in Nebraska with us has had an encounter with him, but he has just become the master at giving us the slip.
Let me set this up for you. 2017. For some daggum reason or not, I've got Jordan and Jacob in the blind with me. And here he comes out in front of me at like, I don't know, 500 yards probably, which that's just too far. You know, we had to shut that down. You know I don't like that. That hurts my feelings.
I actually saw Ribcage on the last day of our hunt in 2018 and was able to get a shot off at him at 275. Missed him twice, and fortunately it was a clean miss, so the legend continues. And let me just tell you, it's far from over.
We did see him. I was sitting in the far west blind, and I remember thinking how much different his body looked than the rest of the bucks out here. Just something you can just tell.
So now it's 2020, 3 years later, and my second encounter with him, you know, ends up the same way. I mean, he busts in, busts out. He gives just enough look at him to make us want more. But then another mature deer steps out, and you know what I'm gonna do.
Boys,
This is what we do. But here's the deal. I don't regret not waiting and trying to go back after that deer. If you know anything about me, I don't wait for anything.
The legend Ribcage. He's famous.
After all these years, I almost feel left out. Like I think I'm the only guy in our crew who hasn't had an encounter with him.
it's pretty much a crapshoot trying to pin this deer down because he's shown up at just about every stand we have. So we're gonna have to cast a wide net, spread out, and hopefully somebody gets their chance. Surely he'll slip up sooner or later.
You know, the month leading up to me coming here, I'm getting all these pictures, and all I hear about is this Ribcage, 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 Ribcage.
So I kind of luck into getting to go to the spot that Tombo saw Ribcage the night before. Really the only reason I was trying to slide in and hunt this particular redneck was because I knew I could get service and follow along in my kid's baseball game back home. Cason's having a pretty good day. 3 for 3 with 5 RBIs. So the hunt starts out a little bit slow, not a lot of activity early in the afternoon, and as the sun starts to drop a little bit, we start seeing some does out, a few young bucks, and then next thing we know, we look up, and there he is.
I think that's you. What? I think that's you.
Where?
Get towards those toes.
So I've seen pictures, heard so much about this buck, but I've never seen him in person. Ribcage has my nerves shaking out of control. That whole redneck is shaking.
Act a little more excited.
I am. It's freaking Ribcage, man. Oh, man. Ribcage. Man, that is the legend. 3 years. We've been after that joker. 3 long years. I've never seen him. That's the first time I've seen him. Grant's seen him. Tombo's seen him. Brochi's seen him. Man, he is impressive. He's just a beast. Just a beast. I mean, it's a 300 win mag. It's supposed to anchor him.
It's a 300-pound deer.
It is a 300-pound deer. Dude, I had definitely had the shakes. I could feel my legs kind of giving it the old. When you stop getting excited about it, that's when it's time to quit. No matter how many deer you kill. And especially when you get one that, you know, everybody's really been after. Oh, man. I feel like when my dad used to take me out and it was like, can we go see him? Can we go see him? I'm surprised this whole redneck wasn't shaking.
It was.
That's exciting. That's exciting stuff right there. We got a beautiful evening here. Up here with your good buddies, and got great weather. Beautiful place that we get to hunt. And hopefully we just killed the legend that is known as Ribcage. We getting I can already hear the text coming in. And the boys are wanting to know if it's him. I don't know, I got nothing else for you. Hoping he's down right over that ridge. He had a little stumble there right at the end. I'm hoping that was his last little struggle. So I'm hoping the legend of Ribcage is about to come to its conclusion. Maybe it was further down this way. We were all over him. That was right where he went down. Give me some real quick. Oh man. I'm beyond blessed. I don't deserve this deer, but for some reason, I continue to get blessed with opportunities like this. Oh gosh. Walking up on Ribcage, it just hits me how long we've been after this buck, and it's such a blessing, and I'm so grateful to get a chance to take a buck like this. I almost feel a little bit guilty though, because so many guys have been after him and seen him multiple times, and I get the chance to take him the first time I lay eyes on him. Good night, living. This is some might say he's just an 8. I'm gonna tell you what, there's nothing I love more than getting the opportunity to hunt really mature, really smart bucks that have been around a long time and been able to survive this long. And the amazing thing about hunting the Midwest, or you know, Nebraska, Kansas, all these places, when they get mature like this and they get mass like this, it is absolutely my favorite characteristic in a deer. This is Ribcage. He's been around a long time. 3 full seasons we've been chasing him. 3 full seasons. Grant had seen him, Tombo had seen him, Roachy saw him last year. Tombo saw him yesterday. He came through and was just crazy on a doe, just grunting. Fortunately for us, and unfortunately for Tombo, he wasn't able to get a shot off on him, but I've killed higher scoring deer, but this is definitely one that I'm always going to remember, and I know Wade is absolutely going to be beside himself when he gets to lay his hands on him. It's a special deer. Boy, he sure got me shook up. That dadgum redneck was just absolutely vibrating like crazy. I mean, I'm still shaking right now. Part of it's because his head is so dang heavy, but what an absolute Nebraska bruiser. Yeah, just extremely grateful and blessed, man. So everybody heard me shoot, but we played it up as, hey, we're not sure, we need you to come help look for him. Not really trying to pull a prank on everybody, more I just wanted everybody to get to be there when we walked up on the legend.
Get down! It's the police! Run!
I think we ought to wait till in the morning and go tracking.
In the morning?
Yeah, let them sit, man. Everybody knows that.
Tyler, everybody knows, when in doubt, you go get them, right?
When in
No, you gotta let him
when
sit.
in doubt, push him out. Can we go in a little bit and see if he's on the edge or something?
Let's go get him. I'll dive in. I'll be your piney rooter.
We're not worried about having enough piney rooters.
Well, we get the whole crew to show up. We know that we've already got the buck down, but it's just really awesome to have all of camp there when we go recover Ribcage. It was a team effort over the years, scouting and hunting this buck. Everybody deserved to be there. Well, the legend that we've named Ribcage, we we've been hunting for 3 full seasons, sorry. We've been hunting for 3 full seasons. Everybody sees him about once a season. Grant got a poke at him, and
You're a butthole.
tonight we got a couple bullets in him.
Hey, you're a butthole. You're a butthole.
Oh, my Lanta.
Look at
Hey,
this
look,
guy.
somebody left their gun sitting there. What an idiot.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh, Jeeves.
Dadgummit.
Oh, Jeeves. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's a little bit of mass. Isn't it?
Oh boy.
He is
Dude.
special.
Sorry, buddy.
Dude, these are like boat paddles.
Oh my gosh.
Wade,
Wade, you need a minute?
Wade,
I'm really glad
hey,
you're
let's
here.
take a minute from Wade.
Seriously.
Go rest high on that mountain.
I'm really
That's a
glad you
special
got to
deer.
be here.
You want to lay with him for a minute, just to wait. Wait the door out.
You
He
all right,
loves
Wader?
it. Wade loves it.
Yep, I called it.
Wade's been wanting to put his hands on that deer for 3 years, haven't you?
Langer schnauzing. Couldn't
tank,
happen
isn't
to a
it?
better dude
Dude.
That is
other than me. Congrats, man.
Thank you, man.
There's probably not been a more majestic deer than I've gotten to walk up on than Ribcage, just because of our history with him and just his size, not of his rack, but just his whole body and everything about him, having seen him year after year and him get away from us, to finally have that moment to put your hands on him is really rewarding. And for it to be Langy that got him, that's just icing on the cake.
Langy, what's the story? What happened?
Sitting there following Cason's baseball game. That's the only reason I really wanted to come hunt this, is I knew I'd have service so I could watch Cason's baseball game.
Obviously, I would have loved to have killed Ribcage, but if it wasn't me, it couldn't have happened to a better guy than Langy. But we do know he's been sowing his oats for about, I don't know, nine years. So now I'm looking for a deer that I will say, we'll call him RC2, Ribcage 2, or RCJ, Ribcage Jr. Oh, and one more thing. Dibs.
I'd just like to thank all of our crew for being able to get a chance to hunt this buck. Grant for missing him, Tombo for not having the patience to wait for him to come back out and shooting a different deer, Roachy for not hunting him hard enough, Willie, Jason, and Luke for not showing up. Thank you guys. Oh, and Farr, you were in camp too. Thanks.